Hello, Dallas Cowboys fans. Welcome to another video on our channel where we bring everything about the world of American football. Today, we are going to talk about the most underrated players in the Cowboys defense. Let's explore who these hidden talents are that can make all the difference next season. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell to never miss any of our videos. We have new content every day with analysis, news, and everything you need to know about the Cowboys. Who would you say are the underrated players on the Cowboys defense? Training camp is approaching, and it won't be long before everyone gets a glimpse of what this Dallas Cowboys team can be next season. Soon, we will all have our favorites, and the hype will start to grow for certain players. But what about the guys who don't get much love? Yesterday, we went through the underrated players at each offensive position, and today we are doing the same for the defense. Sam Williams. Normally, this is where we talk about how underrated DeMarcus Lawrence is, but now everyone is basically on the same page about how valuable he is. The attention then shifts to another second-round edge rusher, Sam Williams. Strangely, these two had similar numbers in their first 32 games in the league. DeMarcus Lawrence equal 9.0 sacks and 2 forced fumbles. Sam Williams 8.5 sacks and 2 forced fumbles. The following season, Tank exploded with an all-pro season with 14.5 sacks. He was 25 years old. Williams is now 25 and wants to take on a bigger role now that Dorance Armstrong and Dante Fowler have left as free agents. It's not inconceivable to believe that Slamming Sammy could be a household name this time next year. Defensive tackle, Carl Davis. Outside of Osa Odigizua, the defensive tackle position is full of question marks. Hopefully, Mazi Smith has a good second-year jump, proving why the team was so confident in him in last year's draft. There are some new rookies in 7th-round pick Justin Rogers and undrafted free agent Denzel Daxon. But the player who is often forgotten is 10-year veteran Carl Davis. Davis is well-traveled, having played with 6 different teams, including a 3-year stint with the New England Patriots before signing with Dallas. The 335-pounder will never be the player people thought he would be when he was selected in the 3rd round in 2015, but he could give the team a veteran presence that the position is sorely lacking. Linebacker, Damone Clark. The linebacker group will feature a cast of new characters with a single exception, Damone Clark. The team added veteran Eric Kendricks via free agency, selected Maris Liufau in the 3rd round, and will have last year's 3rd-rounder DeMarvion Overshown back after he hurt his knee last year. Everyone is excited about all the new guys, while Clark is pushed to the side. Clark was fine last year but did not take the next step that many expected. However, it is easy to overlook the obstacles he has faced so far. His rookie season was delayed while he recovered from spinal fusion surgery. Then he was forced into a bigger role while Leighton Vander Esch was lost for the year. It was just Clark and the safety-turned-linebacker Markquese Bell holding down the fort. That was a tough task, but it put Clark in a supporting role with better talent around him, and he could find his niche. Cornerback. Jourdan Lewis, the Cowboys have 2 young all-pro cornerbacks on the roster that fans are enamored with. And the team just drafted a new rookie, Ceylon Carlson, who has the traits of a future starting outside cornerback. There is much to be excited about in this position group, but the guy who quietly comes onto the scene and does his job year after year is 8-year veteran Jourdan Lewis. For most of his career, Lewis has always been overshadowed by more talented cornerbacks on the roster, but he plays with such intensity that coaches always find a place for him on the field. And when you might be ready to write him off, Lewis shows up. He is coming off one of his best seasons. He is a good slot cornerback who brings physicality to his game. He forced 3 fumbles last season. He may not be as flashy, but the guy does what he can. Safety. Markquese Bell. The safety position presents an interesting battle for the second cover guy role alongside Malik Hooker. Donovan Wilson is the player most think will fill that role, but some believe Wanye Thomas has an outside chance to steal the spot. This is not irrational, considering his coverage skills are better than those of other defensive backs the Cowboys have. Aside from the aforementioned Hooker, but a guy who is being overlooked in all this is Markquese Bell. He played out of position last year, but showed he has what it takes to handle the run-stopping part of the strong safety role. The question is, how will he fare in coverage? He is a former safety, So it's not as if his return to transition is completely foreign, and he may have a more balanced skill set than the other two guys vying for the spot. Veteran defensive ends, Dorance Armstrong and Dante Fowler. In addition to the emerging young talents, the Cowboys rely on the experience of veterans like Dorance Armstrong and Dante Fowler. Armstrong, who had a solid season last year, is often overshadowed by bigger names, but his consistency in pressuring the quarterback and contributing to the run game is invaluable. Fowler, on the other hand, brings explosiveness that can change the game's pace, even if his stats don't always reflect his impact on the field. Interior defensive line, Neville Gallimore. Neville Gallimore is another player who often goes unnoticed, but his role on the Cowboys' interior defensive line is crucial. His ability to occupy space and disrupt run plays helps free up his teammates to make plays. Gallimore has shown flashes of brilliance, and if he can stay healthy, he can become a key piece in Dallas's defensive rotation. Young prospects, Izevan O'Neal. Among the rookies, Izevan O'Neal is a name that deserves attention. Selected in the 4th round, O'Neal showed great potential during training sessions and minicamps. His speed and instinct for the ball are characteristics that can earn him a significant place in the defensive rotation. Although he still needs to gain experience, O'Neal has all the attributes to become a standout defender in the future. The importance of training and adaptation. The success of any defense depends not only on individual talent, but also on the cohesion and adaptability of the group as a whole. With the right training and the ability to adjust to opposing strategies, these underrated players have the chance to change perceptions and establish themselves as key pieces in the Cowboys' defense. The upcoming training camp will be a crucial opportunity for these athletes to show their worth and secure their spots on the main roster. And that's all for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed learning more about the underrated players in the Cowboys defense. Leave your opinion in the comments about who you think deserves more recognition on the team and Feener. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to receive notifications of our daily videos. There's a lot more amazing content coming, so stay tuned. See you next time.